But Maccoing is when you're minding people business and you're studying your own. And I learned that the hard way. I drive in taxi. I drop in a man 7 o'clock every morning. 7:45, I drop in a wife in a house. A house is a strange place because the house is a place of ill repute. I'm trying to use English because it's a formal night. You know what I'm saying? And I drop him, I drop she. After 3 weeks, I said I get migraine headache. I say, boy, your wife is doing something that she ought not to be doing. Or if she ought to be doing it, she ought to be doing it with you alone. You see, not my wife. My wife is a religious woman, boy. You're putting my wife in stupidness, not my wife. When we wake up in the morning, we say grace before meals. We eat, we say grace after meals. Then she say grace because I'm going to work. And then she send the children to work with grace. And then she going back to sleep grace. I say, boy, when I drop you, I drop in your wife in a house. She not my wife. I say, all right, no. Me and Marco are trying to assist the man because he's a brother. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help him, but he say not my wife. So me I say not in 3 weeks. I drop he, I drop your wife. I drop he, I drop your wife. And it start to worry me because the next part of my head start to hot. I go on back, I say, hey, I am dropping your wife in a place. He say, my wife is a religious woman. I say, well, if that place I drop in, she's a church, Swagat is the priest. I am telling you that where your wife is working is not a place of decent. Is it not my wife? He say anyway, to satisfy your curiosity. When you drop me in the morning, and as you allege, you drop she, come back for me, we go get she. Well, for the first time in my life, I feel like doing a brother good. So, drop he. Drop she. Going back for he. Stop by the house, I say she upstairs, go. I will wait here to vindicate my point. You understand what I'm saying? The big words come with the tie. Yeah, so he say, hey, if it's my wife and she see we coming upstairs, she go run. So if you say it's my wife, and I feel it's not my wife, but if you say it's my wife, you go and bring she go run from you. She accustomed to you. You say you're dropping, she go. He put me in he business. I is not a fast fella. I was assisting the brethren. I said, but all right, to make it simple, I go. So with bold assurance, I gone upstairs to bring down my wife to prove my point that I really wasn't Maccoing, I was assisting. Boy, about 5 minutes after I gone upstairs, I come down, step kicking a woman. Boop kick, all the woman feel all about boop kick, and I kick in the woman. When I reach down on the pavement, he said, but that's not my wife. I said, no, that's my wife. I'm going back for yours. So, I want you to understand that when you're Maccoing, your business does be going bad, and you doesn't know. You understand? Now, I am here to give you that now. In these days of Greenpeace and Save the Forest and sundry other things of that ilk, they have big words that coming out. Environmental, hereditary, and Trinidadians, we as a people, know them size of what we know is and I go kill you. We know that, you know what I mean? And then big sort of environmental and hereditary go confuse me. So I feel it is my duty to tell you the difference between environmental and hereditary. Hereditary. If your wife make a child that resembles you, that is hereditary. But if she make a child that resembles the neighbor, that is environmental. So I want you to understand the slight difference. It's not plenty different, but you must understand it. Because I will tell you this. Trinidadian, anywhere you go in Trinidad, What the hell they paying me for if them no he see no he? You feel she want to be in show business? Alright, well, let me carry she in the back now. Let me show you she business. Anyway, so let me explain this to you. Anywhere you go in Trinidad, we know one another. But anywhere you go in the world, a Trinidadian know one another. I was just in the Labor Day thing, and you know Carib selling 33 US cents for one. In USA, you can't go your visa? Trying to help them. I can't give no papers. Hush him out now. Could give a Guardian and an Express and 2 Newsday. But Labor Day, 33 cents a Caribbean, you know me, I buy 10. You know how Trinidadians move? We is a thirsty people. I drink off my 10 Caribbean, a man buy a next 10, so I had to let out this 10 to take in the new 10. You understand what I'm saying? So I go on by a hedge because, you know, it's only in Trinidad we had galvanized WC. And it was too hot, so we now invent plastic WC. But over there, they don't let you. So I buy a hedge, letting out my 10 to take in a new 10. A fella come up by me. So I am letting out my 10. He is letting out the 10. And he start, amen. Well, he talking with the accent that we just acquire when we don't want immigration to hold we. It's an acquired accent. You understand what I'm saying? It is in defiance of with tonsils, but that's not the point. So, he say, amen. I say, yes. He say, you're a Trinidadian. I say, yes. I say, how you know? He say, don't study that, man. I know Trinidadian anywhere. I say, cool. I say, what is your problem? He say, you live in San Fernando. I say, yes. I say, how you know that? He say, don't study that. I know the San Fernando people anywhere go. I say, cool. He say, and you were circumcised by Dr. Charles. I say, how you know that? He say, well, he just got on the bias and he wet in my foot.